don't want to be sitting on my leg for like 40 minutes. That's not going to do good. Yeah, hello everyone. Leighton Catterson here. This is episode number 10 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer with Nightmares. Very joyful title. Nothing bad could ever go wrong with Nightmares. Nothing bad can ever go wrong with this show. Like, there's no evil out there. There's no suspicious monsters. This is all a pleasant show. No, last episode was really great. Not high-tier quality, but it was still fun to go through. And we missed Sid. We missed Sid so much. Yeah, no, I really had a lot of fun with... I have a lot of fun with this show in general. Last episode especially. But this show has been absolutely captivating. I've really enjoyed getting myself into Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's been a few iffy moments with the show, because not every scene's going to be perfect. But I have not found a reason to stop watching, and I can't wait to see what the future does hold for this show, because I'm really enjoying what we're getting so far, so all things good for my end. But yeah, let's get on with episode number 10 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Extended reaction should be up on Patreon if you want to check it out, so with that said, let's go. Yeah, she would definitely not let that happen. Like, bite me!
Yes. It's time to get up for school. Huh? Are you alright?
See, that's the true nightmare, school.
No. Weekends. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Oh, God.
Hello. Doofus. You're in my light.
Wendell, what is wrong with you? Don't you know that she is the center of the universe and the rest of us merely revolve around her?
Why don't you involve yourselves out of my light?
Santa. And he's not the only one giving shade. Look, no. No. Oh, Lord! Jesus! It's that kid's fault. Oh my God, that would scar me for life.
Sorry about that.
No, you're not. You're a little shit. I'm gonna yeet you to the sun.
Like pain, it can be controlled.
Oh, deep.
If I can face my fear.
Is that
it
the only
cannot
reason you
rescue
like
me.
pain? Nothing kinky?
Something is happening above. Something new, powerful, psychic force. Do you feel it?
I feel change.
Change.
Change is good.
Yes.
In the stacks. Got lost.
Did you find any theories on spiders coming
Got
out
lost?
of books? Big,
Like
hairy,
Giles?
crawly.
Leave Willow
Funny
alone!
if you're me.
I couldn't find anything particularly illuminating. I think perhaps you'd best have a chat with Wendell himself.
Okay.
He seems flustered. You've been sharpening for like 20 minutes. Oh boy. Is she Kurt? Who's this kid? What the shit? They were right. Smoking does kill.
316.
Have you looked up the word lately?
Well, the first one's still in a coma.
First what?
First.
First victim.
Oh. So yeah, she did get off easy.
Exact same MO as the girl, only he's in worse shape. If he doesn't wake up soon, somebody's got to stop this guy.
Like, surely...
Listen,
Oh, you will.
I'm not afraid of him.
But
Hey,
if this
you
is
want to
happening
fight?
in Sunnydale, then
I'm not backing
someone
off
should
this.
really
It's about
investigate the school. I'm just
Break his
saying.
neck.
I'm just...
It doesn't sound like anything. What?
What? Oh! Xander, what the?
I don't know. I was dressed a minute ago.
What the hell is happening?
It's got to be a dream.
It's
Ow,
not a dream.
Wake up. Ow! Gotta wake up.
Oh my God!
Well, there's astral projection. The theory that while we
that's
sleep, we'll have
true.
another body, an astral body, which can travel through time and space.
Billy's in a coma. That's like sleep, right?
Yeah.
In a manner
But
of
now he
speaking,
can.
or
But it seems like he can
always away from
affect
the camera.
things.
Could I be seeing Billy's asteroid body?
Astral body, and I don't know. As usual, one doesn't have an inordinate amount of information to work with.
Lucky 19.
He's wearing a 19 as well. The right reason.
If you get in trouble, you embarrass us with all the crazy stunts you pull, and do I have to go on?
No, please don't.
This is psychologically damaging.
Sullen and rude, and you're not nearly as bright as I thought you were going to be. Hey, Buffy, let's be honest. Could you stand to live in the same house with a daughter like that?
Why are you saying all these things?
This plays on
Because they're
horrible
true.
feelings. Oh
I
my
think that's the least we
god.
owe one another. What do you say we just don't do them anymore?
Living through these scenarios can be absolutely damaging. Like your worst fears.
I sure thought you'd turn out differently.
God, that kid. I don't think this is
Are
his
you lucky
intention.
19? That's what he calls me? Who? The ugly man. He wants to kill me. And he hurt that girl. Why does he
Oh
want to
man,
kill me,
Billy.
Billy, it's okay. What? Just tell me.
He's behind you. Ow. Damn it. I feel so bad for Billy.
No! What are you doing?
Must be absolutely scared. Like, oh god. Chess isn't that bad, Cordelia. Oh my god, no, Willow.
Buffy?
Don't, Willow.
Someone else's loss is my chocolatey goodness.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Zada, you're hopeless. You never follow the trail of chocolate or candy. Oh my god. Now that I'm thinking of last episode, Willow ran off. Like... Oh my god, last episode has a bit of context.
My turn.
No. Oh no, Willow. Oh, Willow.
This is a dream.
A dream is a wish your heart makes. This is
Oh.
Come on, Slayer. What are you afraid of?
Oh, she's having those nightmares again, isn't she? Oh, dang!
How about being buried alive?
Yeah, that buried alive is... God, this massive vampire needs to... Nope! Nope! You know, I've just realised my friend Brianna would be absolutely shitting herself watching this. Oh, is he gonna face his nightmares? Go on, Xander!
And my duty to protect you.
Shit.
I should have been more cautious. Taken more time to train you. But you were so gifted.
Ooh.
And the evil was so great. Buffy?
Whoa!
Buffy, your face.
No!
Oh god.
The you are what you eat thing.
Nightmares will stop and reality will shift back into place, but we must do it now. I need you to hold together long enough to help us. Can you do that?
God, this is
Yeah,
this is
I think I
terrifying.
can. There are a lot scarier things than you.
You know what? He kind of reminds me of Mr. X in
And I'm one of them.
Resident Evil 2. Oh man. Oh, man. Come on. Come on, Buffy the Vampire.
No more hiding.
Like what Xander did to the clown. Hey! You're a slayer, not a vampire.
He's my lucky 19. So, how is it?
Oh.
He's awake.
Yikes.
You said it was my fault that we lost.
Ah! You tried to leg it? No.
There's 8 other players on the team. You know that.
Tell him, Billy. Tell him. Toss him into the lion's den.
Nice going.
I retract my statement about you being yeeted.
Like, attracted to her, were you?
Willow, how can you... I mean, that's really bent. She was... grotesque.
Xander.
Still dug her, huh?
I'm sick. I need help.
Don't I know it?
It's not just the... It's the personality as well. Just Buffy still had that humanity in her despite being a vampire. Holy shit, that was an insane episode. Honestly, I really enjoyed that so much. That is definitely one of the best episodes of Buffy the Vampire. I don't know. Either first or second, either way, it was just mental. Honestly, I mean, I really enjoyed this. Like, I do enjoy all the episodes of Buffy, don't get me wrong. They all have their own level of enjoyability, but I think this one is up there in terms of the quality department. Like, this just rocked so much, and I absolutely loved it. I do feel like shit when I said, like, at the beginning that he deserves to be, like, yeeted to the next universe for his nightmarish power and all of that, especially since we found out that his coach beat him into a coma, which is absolutely devastating. For losing as well is just absolutely bullshit. Like, you just felt so bad for him as you went along this episode because, well, not only was he doing something that he doesn't enjoy, he didn't revel everyone suffering and all of that. Quite opposite actually, because the thing that he suffered transpired on everyone else, and and you don't want to suffer anyways. You don't want to be told that you're a failure. That it's your fault that you lost and all of that. So he doesn't want. I'm sure like Billy does not want his pain to be inflicted on everyone else. So yeah, everyone's had to obviously you feel so bad for him being beaten into a coma, but you also feel so bad for him because this is not what he would. If he had a power, I don't think causing everyone else to have nightmare illusions that can do harm would be in his top 10 power list. So yeah, you just do feel so bad for him. Like I said, it is kind of contradictory that I did say about don't judge a book by its cover, because you just thought, oh, young boy with an insane amount of power, bad news. But it was a more sorrowful case, and yeah, I said get yeeted into the next universe, like a universe full of candy, rainbows, all like happiness. He deserves it, because he's a good egg. Billy's a good egg. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed this episode so much for the insane amount of quality. Like I said, to be fair though, I thought the ugly man was a vampire at first when he attacked that girl. But yeah, it was just absolutely messed up. Like, over losing a game as well, which is absolutely which just goes to show how short his fuse is and how he shouldn't be working he shouldn't be working with kids to begin with, because anyone for that matter, because he demands perfection, it seems. So he puts Billy into a coma for losing a bloody game. What a stupid dick. Literally, toss him into the lion, Xander. Gotta give him credit, though, for stopping him from running away like a pussy. Because he is. And now I'm ranting. Now I'm furious. No, honestly, though, I absolutely enjoyed this episode, though. Like, especially for the levels of, like, for the nightmares themselves as well. Like, as well as the plot, as well as you feeling so bad for Billy. Though I do gotta say, Billy's incarnation of his coach, a more uglier version of his coach, was, I think, well done for a couple of reasons. But he does, well, let's just say, first of all, his actions were ugly. I'm muddling up. Great. But no, his actions and attitude towards Billy was ugly, so he devised an ugly version of the coach, which is great. But I thought that he does look like, the Mr. X character in Resident Evil 2, except he's more threatening because he just walks and all of that. He doesn't, he does attack when he's so close to you, but he doesn't, announce it. He just walks straight to you, and it's absolutely terrifying. So yeah. But yeah, the idea of going into everyone's nightmares was absolutely insane as well. Somehow there was some cases of people having more than one nightmares. Like Giles did, getting lost in his own studies, which is heartbreaking, but not as heartbreaking as the nightmare he would later have, which I'll get to in a minute. But it was just insane. Buffy being a vampire was obviously insane, especially her first kind of confrontation with the Master Vampire, which I loved that discussion with him and the Anointed One at the beginning, when they were talking about fear and all of that. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that talk at the beginning. But yeah, Buffy being a vampire was absolutely insane. And I feel like the nightmares have their kinda, because like I said, they had their they had other nightmares as well, but there were some nightmares for individual characters that had their own category. Like Cordelia's was I don't know, whatever you want to take with it. It can be classed as hilarious because she's a pretentious bitch. And it's nothing to the level of agony. It's more on the level of my hair and all of that. But before we do get to categorizing the nightmares, I love how the last episode kind of foreshadowed what would come for this episode, because we know that Cordelia darted off when Giles talked about her hair being in a bit of a state. So yeah, and in this episode we saw her nightmares with her hair being all fuzzly and all of that. And then Willow's stage fright came into hand in this episode, which now that we had a peek in the last episode of Willow just darting off, I feel like shit, because I just loved how she darted off, and that played on heavily into her nightmares, that kind of stage fright in this episode, so much. It played on to how heartbreaking it is for Willow. So yeah, I didn't attack the mic. I didn't. Okay. But yeah, like I said, they all had their own kind of categories. You felt so much heartache for Giles with his nightmare, in failing Buffy. I'll get to that in a minute, because that one hit that one hurt like a ton of bricks. Shock and uncomprehendable, I think, is the right word. I think that's the right emotions I can talk about Buffy being a vampire. But I do also love that Buffy has a lot of standard nightmares as well, a lot, as in what other teenagers would probably dream about, failing a test. Well, not just that, but not being completely prepared for a test and all of that. So yeah, so I really, really liked that. At least it wasn't real to my knowledge. So yeah, at least she doesn't have to worry about that. Now, that's not going to affect her grade, surely. But yeah, they were pretty as well as her discussion with her father, which was also heartbreaking. And then you felt sorry for Willow, and then scared for Xander, because that killer clown. Woohoo! No. No. But yeah, like you said, Buffy with her interaction with her father when her father blamed her for the split was absolutely devastating, because you do, as a kid, fear about the prospect of you being the reason why mummy and daddy split up, basically. And to hear that, no, like, there's a difference between just assuming it and worrying it in your head and then hearing it like that. And then to hear something like that was crushing, and you could just see it on Buffy's face, like she was tearing up at all of that because her fears came true. So that was absolutely heartbreaking. But Giles was absolutely heartbreaking as well. When, like, what I really, really loved was Buffy and Giles's nightmares kind of intertwined. Like, kind of. They didn't exactly, because Giles was technically in Buffy's nightmare because Buffy was buried alive by the master vampire and she became a vampire. But seeing that grave sends a chill down Giles's spine, and it was absolutely heartbreaking when he confronted Buffy's grave. And oh my god, I just love the relationship them two have developed in like 10 episodes, and to see how much this means to Giles is absolutely heartbreaking. Like, if he failed to protect her, bloody heartbreaking. It's absolutely devastating. So yeah, that scene hurt like a ton of bricks. But it was really, really good. Like I said, going into the characters and their nightmares, it was just bloody insane, and I just really, really loved it. There was something else I wanted to touch upon in terms of nightmares, but I've forgotten what it was all about. But yeah, Xander's was more kind of comedy level, because he kept picking up the chocolates and all of that, didn't he? Until it got to the freaking killer clown bit, and then you could say that having no clothes on and being in front of the class can be kind of funny with Xander's character, but it can also really damage you emotionally as well. So yeah, I mean, all of these can, in a sense, but like all of these nightmares do. But yeah, it was just insane. My nightmare would absolutely, like, I was just having to think about it. Like, I would hate to be in that position, like, where I would have to confront my own nightmares. But oh yeah, that was the thing I was talking about, like how this episode showed face your fears dynamic with Xander absolutely murdering. Wouldn't say murdering, but he dealt with his fears with the clown, which was, I think, the worst one, because I could kill a clown. Phew, no. But yeah, Xander dealt with that, and I think Billy tore the face off, which is kind of grim, but I mean, like I said, you could throw the freaking coach to the lions and I wouldn't give a shit. So yeah. No, honestly, I would, because like, that abuse is just absolutely messed up. No matter what, messed up. So yeah. So yeah, just feed him to the lights. Like, feed the character, not the actor. Just feed the character. Like, jail's not good enough justice. See, don't trust me with the law. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I was having to think about, oh yeah, my nightmares as well. Like, it would absolutely be the idea of, like, my friends, like me having no friends and all of that, because I always love interacting with people. It's just, I always have this constant worry about annoying them, or like, oh, they just can't be asked with talking to me and all of that. So I always have this fear, like, even to my best friends, I always worry that that I am going to be a burden talking to them. So that would and I've had literally dreams about that scenario, and I remember it like hurting like a complete bitch. And yeah, this is what I'm talking about. These like nightmares can absolutely destroy you, depending on the severity of it, because some of them are not as harsh. Like, for example, I would say Xander with only his boxers on in front of the class is as damaging as, like, potentially a killer clown, because Hate killer clowns. No way. And I know my friend Brianna would definitely nope out of this episode. Like I said in the reaction itself, if she was like, I think she likes Buffy as well. I'm not so sure, but she was very intrigued. So I'm gonna have to ask her, did you watch the episode Nightmares? Because if so, please tell me your reaction. Because she hates clowns. Like, not killer clowns, just in general clowns. Not a fan. Like Torture Boy, I'm sure I've got to watch his reaction because there were spiders involved. Not a fan. Not a fan. So, yeah. So it'll be very, very interesting to go into Torture Boy's reaction when I do watch his reaction, because he's not a fan of like Doctor Who, Arachnids in the UK. Just check that out. You don't have to be a Doctor Who fan. Episode was piss poor anyways, but just check it out for Alex's reaction and you'll get the idea what I'm talking about. An entire episode of spiders, Alex's worst nightmare. So yeah. But yeah, yeah, honestly, it was just insane in terms of the level of quality. Like, I absolutely loved going into all of the characters' nightmares, and some managing to overcome it and some just, like, it was just really, really great because we got a peek, we got a further insight into these characters. And like I said, with the Giles and confronting Buffy's grave situation, it was absolutely messed up. It was absolutely heartbreaking, and you just love to see, like, 10 episodes in, the relationship between these two characters. So it was really great going into that. But yeah, this was stellar. I absolutely loved this episode so much. I don't know where to rank this, because it's definitely top 3 material. It was just that good. I absolutely enjoyed it. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. I was pointing left for some reason, but okay. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!